guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. This is your Wish Fulfilled on YouTube. And on my channel, you guys, yes, we talk about manifestation, we talk about manifesting SPs, all that good stuff. But the focus of my channel is putting you on the pedestal for real, okay? On this channel, we focus more on you and getting your energy right and taking the steps and going through the processes needed so that you are reclaiming the pedestal, your pedestal of your life, okay? A lot of you that are finding your way back, finding your way to this channel, are having a hard time either manifesting connection with your SP or communication, or, even if you have manifested communication and connection with your SP, you're having a hard time manifesting the relationship that you want with your SP, okay? And largely the reason why that is, you guys, is because you're truly not putting yourself on the pedestal. Your SP is on the pedestal, okay? If you're new to my channel, do me a favor, please watch the Releasing the Wants video in the description box below. That's the cornerstone. That is the cornerstone to taking your SP off the pedestal and you reclaiming that pedestal, okay? It's also the cornerstone to being able to feel good regardless of what's going on in your 3D circumstances, okay? It's just the cornerstone to everything, you guys, okay? It is the way that you're able to really clean up your own vibe so that you are genuinely, sincerely attractive. And I'm not just talking from like a physical standpoint. Yes, you will be physically attractive regardless of what your face looks like, how your body looks like. It's just an inner glow that just captures people. Okay, so here, yeah, I will share some SP, specific person type stuff with you, but don't be surprised if it always comes back to you, okay? Because it all starts with you. All right, so I did a community post, and I was just asking people, ask me what questions do you have regarding really anything, but this is like manifesting, specifically about manifesting an SP, okay? And I got like 4 really good questions, okay? So that's what we are gonna do here. Let me pull up okay. So I got 4 questions. The first one we're going to start with viewer number 1. Okay. They asked, from last week, I'm sitting with my emotions. Still, it's there. So much I know it's releasing. Are there any other methods that release instantly? Okay. So this person's really just kind of wanting to be done with the releasing journey. They're not wanting to deal with challenging emotions. I understand. Again, he's referring to the releasing the wants process. Okay, again, it's linked in the description box below. When it comes to, and on this channel, you guys, I talk a lot about, inner masculine, inner feminine energies, which we all have. Okay, there is a process to manifesting. And there are basically 2 steps, and they're you need to know when to be in one mode, or I should say 2 modes. Okay, there are 2 modes in the manifestation process. You've got the masculine mode, and then you have the feminine mode. We're talking about energies. You need to know when to be in one mode, okay, and when to step out of that mode and enter in the other mode, and when to step out of that mode. Okay, so, and I promise this is going to tie in. So what this person is in right now is they're in resistance to whatever it is they're feeling. They're in resistance to the fact that they still have emotions to release. Okay, they're wanting it gone. They're wanting it to be done with. They're wanting to basically move on with their life, whether or not, not move on necessarily from a standpoint of moving on from their SP. They're just wanting to be able to not deal with these challenging emotions so that they can feel the emotions they want to feel, right? But that is resistance. Okay, resistance comes from being too much in your masculine energy. Okay, masculine energy wants to fix, it wants to change, it wants to do away with. Okay, basically it just wants to fix, it wants to change, it wants to provide and take care of things. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that energy. But there comes a point in time when you are too much in that energy and you need to switch over into your inner feminine energy, which is going to be the surrendering of, okay, being in the surrendering to what is here right now, making peace with what is here right now. Okay, and that's what releasing the wants really is. It helps you to switch out of that hyper masculine energy mode into your feminine energy mode, where you can finally release everything. Because what people don't understand is when you are resisting an energy, including your emotions, when you are resisting feeling something, you're actually holding on to it. So to say, is there another way that I can just instantly release this and not feel this anymore? You're actually you're resisting it, which is holding on to it. Okay, so that's not the full answer. I'm just giving you a heads up. You're in resistance to what is here right now. Okay, and as long as you are in resistance to what is here right now, you're going to continue to hold on to it. You're not actually releasing it. Okay, so the first step then is to make sure that you are releasing wanting this to be over with. Okay, release wanting to change what the journey and where you're at in the journey. Okay, because honestly, you guys, I don't know of any method where you can just automatically just be done with whatever trigger is there. Okay, I'm going to explain to you why that is, because there's actually a scientific explanation as to why it could take several passes going through the releasing process before you are done with the trigger. And it could be layers and layers and layers. Okay, that's why I say in the releasing the wants video, you may have to go through that process many times. And just because you've released it that day doesn't mean that there's not going to be another trigger that comes up. And here's why, you guys. And the information I'm about to give you is from coming from the journey. It's a book. Okay, maybe I'll link it in the description box below. The name of the book is by Susan Anderson, and the name of the book is The Journey from Abandonment to Healing. Okay, and in this excerpt that I'm getting ready to share, she's talking from the standpoint of being a newborn and not remembering consciously, okay, the birthing process, like you being born and the trauma that, you know, came from being born. And also like the very beginning, like the first, I don't know, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years of your life where you may not really remember a whole lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you lost your parent or something happened when you were 3 years old and you have no memory of it, this is why. Okay, so she writes, the brain of a newborn does not yet have the fully developed structures it needs to record images of the actual events of birth, but the brain's emotional memory system is relatively intact at birth and lays down traces of early experience in the form of feelings and sensations. These feelings may be reactivated when an experience in your adult life bears an emotional resemblance to your birth. And so you can relate that to not just your birth, but maybe to like if your parents or if your mom or your dad left, you know, early on in your childhood, maybe somebody, you know, very important to you, maybe have passed away or something happened to you in very early childhood, like you know about it, but you have no actual mental memory of it. This is why. Okay, you don't just have like a mental memory with images. Okay, you may have, your mind may not have any mental memory whatsoever of being born, but your body does. Okay, there is an emotional memory system that your body carries that records, even though it doesn't record the mental images, what you're seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, and stuff like that. It doesn't have a picture or a movie to go with the feelings and the sensations that your body is recording. Okay, so this is how you might be just going throughout everyday life and all of a sudden just feelings and sensations come up and you're like, where did that come from? Okay. So the reason why I told you that is because I think of, and remember, okay, so if you're new to my channel, we have a feeling, right? So a feeling is you've got a thought that is charged with an emotion. Okay. And it is the emotion that keeps these memories, okay, all linked together. It's one emotion. And every time something new happens, it's like it tacks on another thread. So it's like a ball of yarn that keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. And so you've got an emotional state, okay, or a feeling state. And because you are at that feeling state, you keep manifesting events and circumstances, okay, that trigger that same feeling state. And because you haven't had the tools or the knowledge of how to process what is going on, it just gets stored and stuffed down in your subconscious, and it just keeps growing because, you know, we're in a feeling. You manifest what you feel 24/7. Okay. So that ball just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Just keeps getting bigger until you finally start to unravel it through the releasing process. Okay. So you're feeling the same emotion, and yes, you are releasing it. Okay. Depending on where you are starting at, though, you may feel like you're not making a dent. Like it's like, I keep feeling the same emotion and it feels as strong as it did the last time. That's because at this point in your life, you have a ball of yarn with all these memories, whether you mentally remember them or not. Okay. Starting from possibly childhood, it's gotten really big and really dense. And so in the very beginning of this releasing process, you guys, it may take you several passes before you start to notice, oh, finally, you know, yes, I'm being triggered, but it's not as intense as it used to be. Okay. It's because, you know, as you are unraveling, you continue to release. So say like, right now you're releasing emotions that are specifically connected to your SP, experiences that you're having with your SP or that you have had with your SP, right? You're continuing to release and release and release. And then all of a sudden, maybe something pops up that has to do with the SP before that. So you're releasing the same emotion that's attached to that, you know, and then all of a sudden it's like you're feeling these same emotional feelings, and you're like, I don't know why these are still here. I don't know where this is coming from, because more than likely, you guys, it's attached to something that happened in your early childhood. You have no mental memory of, but it's recorded in your body. Just keep releasing. Okay. When you notice yourself wanting to speed up the process, wanting to be done with this feeling, just know you're in resistance and you're actually doing the exact opposite of releasing. You're holding on to it. Okay. Yes, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel, you know, comfortable, but it is what it is. Okay. Make peace with that emotion. Step into that emotion. Okay. Even honor that emotion. Send love to that emotion. Realize that it's coming from a part of you that is very hurt. Okay, maybe feeling abandoned, maybe not feeling good enough. And allow that emotion to just sit there as long as it needs to until it finally lifts and passes and dissolves. Okay, so to answer your question, viewer number one, there is really, at this point in time, I'm not saying it's impossible, okay, but at this point in time, there is no way to spontaneously release an emotion that may be connected to several different experiences in your life. Okay. And that's why there are several different experiences connected to that one emotion, is because that emotion, that feeling state, continues to manifest more experiences. Okay. So if you want to completely dissolve a trigger as fastly as you can, like as fast as you can, you want that trigger to be done so that, you know, you're not feeling constantly bombarded by that same challenging, difficult emotion. My suggestion, okay, is to cease all distraction, okay, including manifesting your SP. Cease focusing on manifesting your SP, okay, because at this point, it very well could be that you are using manifesting your SP as a distraction to keep yourself from feeling what it is you're feeling right now, which is keeping that feeling in place, okay? Distracting yourself from feeling something doesn't make that feeling go away. It just makes it go back into your subconscious, okay? So yeah, maybe it's, think of it like a pill, okay? You're taking the SP pill. It makes the pain go away, but the infection is still there, okay? And if the infection, AKA the challenging, difficult feeling state is still there, you're still going to manifest symptoms of it being there that you're going to have to continue taking pills for, pain pills, okay? All right. I hope this is making sense. So that's why I'm like, it's not that we're giving up on manifesting your SP. What we are doing, you guys, is we are letting go of the fact that you haven't, the fact that they're not here, and we are refocusing back on yourself, okay? Do away with all distractions. You know, if you are watching a lot of manifestation videos on how to manifest your SP, you know, maybe even tarot card readings or anything else that has to do with your SP. Take your focus off of your SP, put it back on yourself, okay? Continue releasing, and then think of things that you can fill your day with that bring you back to a state of feeling good, okay? And you guys may have to start at the very basics. You know, what can you do that is going to make you feel good about yourself? Okay, this could be taking care of your physical body. All right, feeding your physical body things that nourish it, things that give it life-sustaining energy. There's a difference between, how do I want to put this? There's a time for self-care and a time for reparenting yourself, because there are going to be things that you have to do in the moment that don't necessarily feel good, but are good for you in the long run. This is what reparenting means. Okay. Reparenting means eating something nutritious versus eating junk food. And you're eating something nutritious, even though you would rather have the donut. Like the donut feels good in the moment, right? But in the long run, it makes you feel bad about yourself. Reparenting means like, okay, and what does reparenting mean? For those of you who have pets, you have children, you know that there are times you don't feel like, you don't feel like getting up in the morning and feeding your kids or your pets. You don't feel like taking your dog out for a walk so it can use a bathroom. You don't feel like, going school shopping or going, to get the haircuts or doing, there's a lot of times in parenthood, whether you're a parent to fur babies or human babies, you don't feel like doing those things, but you know that you have to because you love your pets and you love your children, right? And so we are turning that energy back on ourselves. Like, yeah, I'd rather have the donut, but my body, because I love it, because I love me and I love me enough to do something that I know is going to end up making me feel good about myself. I love me enough that I'm going to go ahead and eat something nutritious and feed myself something nutritious. Okay. You see what that means? And so you take your focus off of your SP, you take them off of the pedestal. Okay. Which means you're not focusing on them. You get yourself back up on that pedestal and you focus on you. And then you start. So if your SP is not here, okay, you're not in communication with your SP, you haven't manifested communication with them that's going to leave. If you keep yourself idle, then you're just going to continue to focus on them not being here and how you need your SP in order to feel good about yourself or about life or about the future or whatever. Okay. So we are going to make peace with what is happening in the 3D. And the 3D is your SP is not here, or the 3D is your SP might be here, but they're not committed to you. Okay. Or they don't have eyes for you and only you, or they might even be with somebody else. All right. I don't know what the 3D looks like for you in regard to your SP, but we're taking them off the pedestal, putting you back on. And, yes, we're going to release, we're going to make peace with the 3D, including your feelings that are related to what's happening in 3D. Release those. Okay. Make peace with them, sit in them, which is going to allow them to finally just process through you, which is what we want them to do. Anything we want them to move through. When we're in resistance, we're holding them in. We're holding them in our energy. We want them out. But the only way that you can get those out, you guys, is to feel through it. Okay. Release resistance, you guys. All right. Yeah. And you guys, as you go through the process more and more and more, you'll get very acclimated to it. You'll kind of detach your sense of identity from it too, where you're just like, okay, here we go again. But it's not catastrophic. It's not devastating. It doesn't have the same impact on you mentally, physically, and emotionally as it did before. Just keep doing it. Okay. Just keep releasing. Oh yeah. And then, when you are putting yourself back on the pedestal, you guys start making a list of what you can do throughout the day, throughout the week, that is going to make you feel good about yourself, make you feel good about your future, make you feel good about your life, that is separate from your SP. Okay. What hobbies have you always wanted to do? Have you wanted to sing? Have you wanted to dance? Have you wanted to paint? Write? Is there something that you've wanted to create that maybe you've been putting off? I don't know. Maybe it's just you've got that critical parent that's like, I got to have all my ducks in a row. No, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just start. Okay. You don't have to have all your ducks in a row. Just get that out there. Get your energy out there. Okay, you guys. All right. Let's see. What is viewer number 2? All right, viewer number 2. Oh, this is a good question too. She says, if I decide that I am fed up of trying to manifest my SP and let go and give up the whole thing, can he still come back from a place of ambivalence? And absolutely, yes, you can. Okay. In fact, that's, I've managed to manifest my SP out of ambivalence. It was never really indifferent, but half the time I was very pissed off at my SP when I was manifesting him back in. Okay. The problem with that is, or I should say, the question you need to ask yourself is whether or not you're wanting to manifest a version of your SP that matches that same energy of ambivalence. Okay. Because can you manifest your SP from that feeling state? Absolutely, you can. Okay. The problem becomes then is that you are going to manifest a version of your SP that's going to kind of have you continuing to be in that energy of ambivalence or even anger. Okay. So that means your SP may manifest back in, but they're going to behave and show up in your relationship in a way where you're just not going to be happy with the relationship. Okay. They may manifest back in, but they're not wanting a commitment quite yet. Okay. Or, they'll be exclusive with you, but they're not willing to put a name and a label on your relationship. Basically, it's like they'll be exclusive with you until they find another option that they feel is better. You see what I mean? So you can absolutely manifest them back from a state of ambivalence. Happens all the time. But do you want to manifest a version of them like that? Okay, that's going to have them behaving in a way that is perpetuating within you this feeling of ambivalence, of anger, of maybe even bitterness and resentment. Oh, you don't want that. Okay, so continue releasing. All right, continue asking yourself, why am I wanting to manifest my SP? What needs of mine is manifesting my SP fulfilling? Okay. Does it make me feel good about myself? Does it make me feel good about life and my future? Does it give me something to look forward to? Can you release wanting something to look forward to? If this is like lingo to you, you don't understand because you're new to my channel, check releasing the wants video down below. Okay, it's very important for your ego, which is the gatekeeper of your subconscious, to understand what I am saying. Otherwise, it's going to be like, it's going to resist what I'm trying to teach you. Okay, just trust me. And I will say, for those of you that are new, why do you want to release wanting something? Think about the energy that underlies that want. To say that you want your SP because they make you feel better about yourself is coming from a place of you not feeling good about yourself already. So you are continuing to manifest your SP or a version of your SP that leaves you not feeling good about yourself. That's why you release on the ones. Okay. It's not that you are giving up or releasing wanting to manifest your SP. You are releasing the energy of I need them in order to feel good about myself. That's what we're fixing. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see if I can find the other one. All right, so viewer number 3, he asks, how come I can manifest other people I'm not crushing on, but not my SP or SPs? How come when I stop caring, I get results? Like, you guys, I love this question because the answer to this question is often dogged on or hated on a lot of other channels, but this is the truth, you guys. Why is it? And you see this happening like everybody seems to have the same experience, and it's just different experiences, is not just to SPs. Why is it that when you stop caring that you finally get what you want, right? Okay, so think about times when you've heard of people who have tried to conceive, tried to get pregnant, tried to have kids, tried, went through all the treatments, okay, spent hundreds of thousands, well, I don't know if it's hundreds of thousands, there's a lot of money on fertility treatments and stuff like that. And then they finally decide, okay, I give up, it's just not going to happen. They go through the grieving process. They finally make peace with it. And then maybe they decide, okay, we'll go ahead and just adopt or so whatever, right? They made peace with what's going on in 3D, and what's going on in 3D is they're not getting pregnant. They're not having babies, right? And then the instant they let go, the instant they make peace with the 3D is the moment, oh, guess what? We're pregnant. What? It happens all the time. And this is what a lot of the people a lot of other manifestation coaches are trying to tell you. It's like, you don't need to detach in order to manifest. And they're yes and no. Okay. But if you want the fullness of your manifestation, the fullness meaning, okay, you don't just want to manifest in your SP. Okay. You don't just want that. You want to manifest in a version of your SP that is congruent with what you deserve. An SP who is loyal, an SP who is faithful, an SP who's committed to you and only you, and whatever else you're wanting from your SP. Okay. So if you want the perfect version, the version that's in your mind of your SP, it comes when you detach, okay, from what's happening in 3D, or you stop caring. Okay. This is why you're able to manifest other people, because there's no attachment to them. They're not attached to, what do I mean by attachment? Okay. When you are attached to something, we're not talking about connected. Okay. There's a difference between feeling connected to something and feeling attached. And there's even different kinds of attachments. We're talking about a toxic attachment. Okay. There is no toxic attachment to these other people that you are manifesting in. Okay. There might just be a connection to it. Maybe not. It doesn't even have to be a strong connection, because you do have to feel connected to something you're wanting to manifest in. Right. And even maybe even a little bit of attachment, but there are 3 different kinds of attachment. There's avoidant attachment, anxious attachment, okay, and then secure attachment. We're talking about attachment styles, but we can definitely speak of this in relation to manifestation, okay? If you are toxically attached to something or someone, all right, And to be toxically attached to something or someone is to say that I need that person or that thing in my life in order to feel good about myself. I need that person or that thing in my life in order to feel loved, wanted. I need that person or that thing in order to feel safe and secure. Need is the key here. Because what you're saying is, I already don't feel good about myself. I already don't feel loved and wanted. I already don't feel safe and secure. See, you don't have those feelings or that attachment to these other people, which that means there's no resistance to it, right? So the minute that you release that attachment, clears the space for it to finally manifest in. And a lot of these coaches and stuff are, kind of crapping on that whole, you need there being resistance. And you can, yes, you absolutely can affirm that you have no resistance. Okay. You can affirm that as much as you want, just as much as you can affirm that right now you're a size 6, but in the 3D, you're a size 16. Does that mean you can actually fit into a size 6? No. You're in the process of manifesting that in, but you know what I mean? And so I just kind of like, whatever these other coaches want to talk about, it's fine. There is still things in the 3D that we have to deal with, and we definitely don't want to attach to them. We don't want to say or come from an energy of need, an energy of lack, an energy of fear. Okay, that's why you're not manifesting any particular thing in, is because you're coming from a space of lack, of fear. Lacking what? Lacking love, the feeling of love, lacking the feeling of safety and security, lacking the feeling of feeling alive inside, lacking the feeling of, feeling worthy and significant and deserving of love. And saying that in order for me to feel this way, I need that person or that thing. And you have to really get this from a base energetic standpoint. If you're saying, I need my SP to feel loved, what you are saying then, the energy that you are coming from, that you are manifesting out of, not manifesting, I should say, the energy you're trying to manifest out of is saying, I don't feel loved already. That's what you are continuing to manifest. And for people who are not manifesting at all, it may even be coming from a place of feeling powerless. I need to manifest my SP just to prove to myself that I can. What are you saying? I doubt that I can. Okay. Does that make sense? So we release on the attachment by releasing the wants. Okay. So what is it that your SP, because you're getting something from your SP, okay, or you're trying to get something from your SP regarding your needs that you're not getting from these other people. These other people are just more or less inconsequential. Okay. It's very easy to just think, I wonder what so-and-so is doing. Like, yeah, maybe you haven't seen them in 5 years. And all of a sudden it's just like, oh, they pop up out of nowhere. You were just wondering about it. It wasn't anything like, oh, if they don't call me, I'm not going to feel good about myself. Why haven't they called me? Am I not good enough? You're not coming from that energy, which is why it's easy to manifest things you're not overly attached to in, because there's, you're not coming from an energy of lack, okay, or an energy of fear. You're coming from an energy of, it's not indifference. It's just an energy, people kind of confuse the energy of neutrality with an energy of indifference. They're not the same. Okay. They're not the same at all. So, feeling neutral about something can often feel like it's indifferent, like you don't care. You just got yourself to a neutral space about it. Okay. When you let go of something, that's the base. That's the base that you are able to manifest something. Okay. When you start getting into the energy of I can, the energy of I am, the energy of, knowing without a shadow of a doubt, it's when you know that you are manifesting something in, and you're coming from an energy of, I am manifesting my SPN because I know that I deserve them. I don't need my SP in order to feel loved. I feel loved all the time. I'm manifesting them in because I feel loved all the time. Okay. You see, there's a difference there. There's a difference between I want to manifest my SP because I don't feel loved. I need them in order for me to feel loved versus I feel loved already. I feel loved all the time. I'm manifesting an SP because I feel loved all the time. I want someone to share this experience, this love with, rather than saying, I need them. I'm empty. I don't have it myself. I need them to come give it to me. Okay, you're trying to manifest from a place of lack. It's a place of a toxic attachment. Okay, it's almost like, and when I teach you guys and I talk to you guys about stuff on this channel, it's coming from personal experience. So it's not like, condescending or chastising or anything like that. But we have to understand that when we are coming from a place of a toxic attachment, we ourselves become the energy takers. Okay. If we're saying I'm empty, I don't have love, I don't feel loved, I don't feel wanted, I don't feel safe, I don't feel secure. I need you to give me that energy. I need you to show up a certain way. I need you to text me a certain number of times a day. I need you to say that you love me however many times a day. And if you don't, if you text me good morning, but you don't text me good night when I think you're supposed to, then, I'm not going to feel loved. That's actually taking energy from someone else. This is typically why you guys, when we are in the energy of a toxic attachment in a relationship with somebody, that's why they tend to get pushed farther and farther away. Okay. This needs to be a whole different teaching in terms of how to behave within the relationship with an SP once you've manifested in connection, how to show up yourself in a way that's not going to take energy from them. You shouldn't have to take energy from anybody. This is what this channel is for. I'm showing you how to fill your own cup. Okay. So you're not constantly going around or looking for someone else to fill it up for you. Okay. That's the whole point of living here, of experiencing life on this planet, is learning how to fill your own cup and then to, go around and share with other people's cups, not for you to go fill somebody else's cup up. You want to find someone who you need to learn how to fill your own cup. Okay. With love, with safety and security, with abundance, with, feeling alive inside and all that stuff. And then you go find someone else that also knows how to fill their own cup. And you guys are just experiencing feeling whole and feeling satisfied together. Okay. Whether you are in physical proximity or not. Okay. It's the greatest effing thing. Okay. Yeah. I'm a little bit long-winded on these, you guys, but I know it helps. Let's see. What else do we have? I feel like I'm missing something. Hold on. I don't want to. Why do I feel like I'm missing somebody? Hold on. Okay. I do have, okay. So we got viewer number, is this 4? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, viewer number 4. Okay. How do you let go when your mind is constantly thinking about SP, and then they put in parentheses, bad thoughts like her hurting me? So that's coming from a space of fear. How do you let go? You start from the very bottom, the basics. The very basics is releasing the want. So what are you trying? So what feeling are you avoiding, or are you wanting to avoid? So, you weren't really too detailed in what exactly you meant by them hurting you. So we'll just go ahead and we'll just say that your SP cheating on you. Okay. Having thoughts or having fears of your SP cheating on you with somebody else. Okay. So what feeling, or should I say what need, are you being robbed of when an SP cheats on you? Do you feel you're being robbed of love and connection? Do you feel you're being robbed of significance? Do you feel you're being robbed of freedom, variety, feeling alive inside? It could be all, right? It could be all. It could be all of the needs. One action can feel like it's taking from you in any way, shape, or form, many shapes or form. So you release on that. So you have a fear, right? So what are you wanting? You're wanting safety and security. You want to know that you're not going to get hurt. So can you let go of wanting to feel safe with your SP? Okay. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, this is the basics, meaning learn how to release on the wants, learn how to release wanting to feel safe and secure. Okay. Because wanting to feel safe with your SP means you're coming from an energy of not feeling safe. So if you're not feeling safe, if you're feeling threatened, what are you continuing to manifest if you're manifesting your feelings 24/7? You're manifesting a version of your SP that is going to continue to make you feel threatened. Okay, so we want to release on wanting to feel safe so that you can actually experience feeling safe. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Again, if it doesn't, viewer number 4, go down to the description box below, watch that video, releasing the wants. Okay, how can you let go if you're constantly thinking about the fear of, SP cheating, SP maybe leaving, okay, leaving you, which would be like maybe would take from you, would kick you into the energy of abandonment. Like, what are you wanting? If you're feeling abandoned, you're wanting to feel connected and attached. Can you let go of wanting to feel connected and attached? Okay, this really requires you that you get in touch with, it means taking the focus off of your SP and putting it back on yourself, sitting in your own energy, which can be very difficult for people at first. This is why we have all these distractions, is because we're not comfortable in our own energy. But that's where you need to be if you want to manifest the life that you want, because it's your energy that is manifesting what you're manifesting, whether you like it or not, whether you like what you're manifesting or not. Okay, so stop focusing your attention out there, okay, and wishing for someone else's energy. Focus your attention back on yourself and sit in your own energy, however uncomfortable that might be. Okay, because in your own energy might be feelings of unworthiness, might be feelings of, feeling abandoned, not good enough, maybe feeling dead inside, like there's nothing to live for. You guys, I probably should do the disclaimer as far as suicide stuff goes. I'm just going to set an intention, you guys, that you're not that, far down, but I'll put in the description box below, like a suicide hotline, just in case. Okay. Because a lot of people, if you're sitting in your own energy, it can get dark there depending on how deep those thoughts can go. There could be wounds underneath there. Okay. And so the cool thing about your body, you guys, the cool thing about your mind and your subconscious is it knows what you are ready to deal with right now. Okay. And I can't remember what, it may have been in the Bible, they talk about God never gives you more than what you can handle. Okay. In this case, it's like your subconscious, your higher self, your subconscious, which is not your higher self, but your body and your subconscious are very much in tune. And so your body and your subconscious knows what you are capable of processing and dealing with right now. So it's not just going to throw everything on you at once. It'll start letting things come up in layers for you to release. And as you get better and more adept at healing and releasing and processing, it'll start to release the floodgates so you can finally release all of it and just be done. Okay. And just be done with it. All right. So that's how you do it. That's how you let go. You stop, you look at that fear. What is that fear telling you? What's it pointing back at you? Okay. And then you release on it. And if, again, just check the description box below for the Releasing the Wants video. All right. I feel like I'm missing somebody. I do. Maybe they put it on a different. on a different one. And if I missed it, you guys, I'm really sorry. If I missed your question, let's see if I can find it on my other one. Hang in there, you guys. I don't know where she put this on there. Oh, maybe they deleted it. Okay, may have been deleted. That's all right. Okay, so that concludes the video, you guys. That was the Q&A. I'll probably do these Q&As every other Saturday. I'll just have the post for it come up like maybe the Friday before, or wherever you're at. This could be Q&A Saturday or Q&A Sunday. I don't know. It just depends on where you're at in the world. But every couple of weeks I'll do these, okay? And that way we can deal with your own specific questions. And, these always help too. Okay. Somebody may have had a question that you didn't even know you needed an answer to. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for participating. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your likes and your comments. Just thank you for helping me grow this community. Okay, you guys, this is so rewarding for me as well. I know it's very healing and rewarding for you. It's also to be able to share this with you is very rewarding for me as well. Okay. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.